We welcome in Kyle Cousin, who is the women's soccer coach here at the University of Tulsa. And Kyle, the season is in the books. I know it's not the way you wanted to finish, obviously, but right up until that losing streak at the end, you guys are right in the mix in the league, weren't you?
Yeah, and felt really good about it too. I was not excited about the finish. We felt like we underachieved a little bit there towards the end, but thought we had some good moments and had some things going this year. And so, I'm excited about the future and what we have coming in, but and also with some of the individual achievements that we had this year.
Yeah, and you had a team that, one of the hardest things obviously is putting the ball in the back of the net, and you get shut out, I think, 4 out of the last 5 games, and so that became a difficult thing for your team late.
Yeah, and you look at even that last game, right before the game, we were looking over the sideline, and 3 of our leading goal scorers were on the sideline, so through injury. So Aubrey Licklider had a great freshman campaign, was somebody that came in and was scoring goals for us early, but unfortunately had some leg issues and didn't get to play most of the conference season. And then Valerie Morris was one of our seniors, along with Anna Williams that had some injuries late that didn't get to play the last couple games. So that did hurt us. Felt like we had some good things going on, and especially early on, we had a lot of different goal scorers, but those 3 kind of started separating themselves, but unfortunately didn't have them towards the end of the season.
Yeah, and that obviously hurts. And a couple of years ago, you had the worst injury season ever. This one wasn't quite as bad?
No, yeah. 3 years ago, I think it was, we had 27 injuries, and last year was really rebounding from that. Just that kind of year puts you in a negative mindset, and so it really felt like that we rebounded last year, and this year we really felt like we could take that next step forward, and it looked like we were. We were basically 1 game out of the conference tournament, and so we felt like, and I still do feel like we're very, very close. And it's funny because you look back over the year, and it really came down to 1 or 2 key moments during the year. We have OU down 2-1 and hit the crossbar when it's 2-1, and we felt like if that ball goes in, we probably win that game instead of losing in overtime. And then one of our conference games in overtime, we had a similar situation that we miss a 1-on-1 at the keeper that Avery probably scores that 80% of the time. And
South Florida game, right?
Yeah, and that game, once again, we're only 1 game out of the tournament. So those 2 moments, you look at over an expanded period of time, over an entire season, but it comes down to 1 or 2 key moments, and unfortunately those didn't bounce our way. So I do feel like we're close. I'm excited about what we have coming in with our freshman group, have great core returning, and so I think our future's bright, and we just need to take that next step.
And as you say goodbye to some seniors, I know they mean a lot to the program.
Absolutely,
and, what about those young ladies and what they meant to you?
Yeah, Anna Williams, was our leading goal scorer last year and did a good job for us all 4 years up front. Valerie Morris, one of our leading goal scorers, once again, was kind of a utility player that could play anywhere and everywhere. Alyssa Kaiser was a 4-year starter for us, and a very strong midfielder that did a lot for us as far as just that final pass and those kind of things. Mika McKay was a starting goalkeeper the last 2 years. Trying to rattle them off the top of my head, missing 2. Reagan Whitlow, who I thought this was her best year, and got to all conference honors due to that. Reagan, you could tell her and Ashlyn Huseva both really made a commitment for this to be their best year, and it felt like they did that. Their best year was their senior year, and so I was very, very proud of those guys, and they will be missed. They've done a great job, not just on the field, but like I said, coming back off of that year 2 years ago, and then really propelling us to where we're at. And like I said, I feel like we're I keep saying it, feel like we're very, very close, but a lot of that was their leadership and what they did for us this year on the field and off the field.
And of course, what you mentioned was the core coming back, the people coming back, very valuable to you and the newcomers. I know you're excited about that.
Absolutely, yeah. I think the core of our team is our junior group, and then we do have Kayla Fernandez was on the all freshman team this year. And I was really surprised because I thought we'd have 2 or 3 more on the all-freshman team. Emily Torres had a great year, and so did Liliana Fernandez, Kayla's twin sister. And so then I mentioned Aubrey Licklider that she was one of our leading goal scorers as a freshman, but hoping to get her back off of her injury. So the future's bright, and it really is exciting because like I said, and I've said it 5 or 6 times, I feel like we're really close, and I think if we can make that next step with these freshmen coming in, but also with the core we have returning, we're going to be there next year.
And of course, then you have spring ball, if you will. You have this. You get together with the young ladies in the spring and start kind of cobbling things together. A little bit of a break here in the holiday season, if you will, and you expect the young ladies to stay in shape and be ready to go in the spring, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. This is kind of their time to recharge the batteries over Christmas break. But then once we get back from that, middle of January, we're going to start going at it, and really that's when we have always said that's the start of next fall, and so everything's going to be building towards that. Right now, the coaches are still recruiting and getting our schedule set for the next not only fall but spring, and so it's a busy time for us. But just looking forward to getting back and getting really back on the grass and with practices and those kind of things.
Well, as they say, the hurricane is building. You continue to build and get ready, and we will look forward to seeing your team in the spring.
Absolutely. Thanks, Bruce.
Kyle Cousin joining us here in the Eye of the Hurricane.